Welcome, dear seekers of ancient wisdom, to the Secret Scriptorium. Today, we embark on a journey through the annals of Mesopotamian mythology, where tales of gods and mortals intertwine. But before we delve into the epic of Dumuzid, the Shepherd King, make sure to subscribe and join our community of knowledge seekers. He is also known as Tammuz in later Akkadian texts, is a figure of significant intrigue and complexity in Mesopotamian mythology. His narrative spans themes of fertility, love, death, and resurrection, embodying the cyclical nature of life and agriculture in ancient Near Eastern cultures. Let's explore his multifaceted story, tracing his origins, roles, and enduring legacy in ancient myth and ritual. Originally a Sumerian deity, is one of the oldest recorded gods in Mesopotamian mythology. His worship dates back to the early periods of Sumerian civilization, possibly around the mid-3rd millennium BC. He was primarily revered as a god of fertility and vegetation, symbolizing the life-giving force of nature. His name translates to faithful or true son, a title that reflects his role in the mythological narratives. In Akkadian, he is known as Tammuz, and his character and worship evolved over time, assimilating with the seasonal cycles and agricultural practices of the region. One of the most famous myths involving him was his courtship and marriage to Inanna, later known as Ishtar, the goddess of love, beauty, and war. This union symbolizes the sacred marriage, also called Hieros Gamos, a ritual that represented the union of heaven, which Inanna represents, and earth, which is represented by Dumuzid, ensuring fertility and prosperity for the land. The myth of Inanna's descent into the underworld provides a dramatic account of his role in the cycle of life and death. When Inanna descends to the underworld, she is trapped there. The gods, in an attempt to release her, decree that he would take her place for half the year. This myth is closely linked to the seasonal cycles, with his time in the underworld corresponding to the barren months. His worship was closely tied to the agricultural calendar. His death and resurrection was celebrated in annual festivals, symbolizing the death of vegetation in the hot summer months and its rebirth in the spring. These rituals were crucial in ancient Mesopotamian society, as they were believed to ensure the fertility of the crops and the continuation of the natural order. Lamentation rituals, particularly the lament for Dumuzid, were a central aspect of his cult. These laments were performed by wailing women and priests, expressing mourning over his death and celebrating his eventual return, reflecting the natural grief and joy associated with the changing seasons. He was often depicted in Mesopotamian art as a shepherd, reflecting his association with pastoral life and fertility. He was sometimes shown with symbols of fertility, such as flowing water and plants, further emphasizing his role as a life-giving deity. The myths and worship of Dumuzid had a lasting impact on the region and influenced later religious traditions. Elements of his story, particularly themes of death and resurrection, can be seen in later religious and mythological narratives, including those of the ancient Greeks and early Christian texts. He stands as a poignant figure in Mesopotamian mythology, representing the interconnectedness of life, death, and the natural world. His story, deeply rooted in the agricultural life of ancient Mesopotamia, resonates with universal themes of renewal, loss, and the eternal cycle of life. His narrative, rich in symbolism and ritual, continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts, offering a window into the ancient world's relationship with the divine and the natural order. Through him, we glimpse the ancient understanding of the delicate balance between the heavens and the earth, and the perennial hope for renewal and growth. As we conclude this exploration of Dumuzid's tale, remember to subscribe to the Secret Scriptorium, where we uncover the hidden stories and ancient wisdom that shape our world. Join us in our quest for knowledge, and together we shall unravel the mysteries of the ages.